Hello students, welcome back. In the last session, we have studied regular expression. In that we have studied different methods of RE module, methods like search, find all, sub, we have studied in the last session. In today's session, we will start with the new topic, that is GUI programming in Python. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. We have already studied GUI programming in Java, where the graphical user interface was created by using different components. So Python also can be used to create a graphical user interface. To create a graphical user interface, we need certain libraries. Like in case of Java, we have used the libraries, or you can say a package, that is Swing package or even AWT package, to create a graphical user interface. Similar way, we can use different libraries in Python to create graphical user interface. So let's start. Python provides various options for developing graphical user interface. Most important options or most important libraries which can be used to create graphical user interface are listed here. These are tkinter, wxPython and jpython. tkinter, it is the default library which is distributed with Python. Means this tkinter, it is by default available with the Python distribution. No need to additionally install tkinter library in Python. So tkinter, there is a popular library called as tcltk, which is a graphic library used in C, C++. The library is ported to Python and it is called as tkinter library. So tkinter is a Python interface to the tk GUI toolkit shipped with Python. We would look at this particular tkinter in our subsequent sessions. As this is a default library shipped with Python, we will be studying tkinter to create GUI programming in Python. Apart from tkinter, we also have wxPython, which is open source Python interface for WX Windows, and one more that is jpython. Apart from these three, there are other libraries as well. So jpython is a Python port for Java. Means Java libraries can also be used in Python by using jpython, which gives Python scripts seamless access to Java class libraries on local machine. Okay, so these are some important libraries which can be used to create GUI in Python, and we will be discussing tkinter library. tkinter, as I've said, is the standard GUI library for Python. Python, when compiled with tkinter provides a fast and easy way to create GUI applications. tkinter provides powerful object-oriented interface to the tk GUI toolkit. So tkinter, it is a very fast and easy way to create GUI application in Python. Now creating a GUI application using tkinter, it is an easy task. All we have to need is we need to perform the following steps to create GUI by using tkinter. First, we need to import the tkinter module, because this is the module which provides all the components required to develop a GUI program. So we need to import tkinter first, then create GUI application main window. Once we import that, we need to create our main window. Like in case of Java, we had created the main window, that is JFrame, that is a top level window, and in the top level window we used to add other components. Same way in Python also, we need to create a main window first, then we can add any number of components. After that, add one or more the above mentioned widgets to the GUI application. So create a top level window, add the widgets. Lastly, enter the main event loop to take action against each event triggered by the user. Then we have to enter the main event loop, which displays our GUI and handles all the events. So these are few steps which can be used to create a GUI program in Python. Let us look at one example here. So here we are creating a small GUI which consists of a top level window. As we have discussed, first step it is to import tkinter library. After importing tkinter, we are creating a top level window by using tk method. Now how it is called? tkinter.tk, because this tk belongs to module tkinter. That is the reason we have used tkinter.tk, and that will send a reference to the top level window, and that is stored in top. So once you call that, you have created the top level window like this. So your top level window is ready. This is the top level window which is created. And once you have the top level window, you can add any number of components here. You can add any number of buttons, labels, anything you want, you can add on it. So that code goes here. So you need to add a code to add the components or widgets. And then you need to enter the main loop. So top dot main loop. Top, again it is a reference to the top level window. Dot main loop will enter an infinite loop which takes care of the GUI and the events generated by the user. So this is the simple way to create a GUI application in Python by using tkinter library. Okay, let me execute and show it to you. Okay, let us open idle, create a new file. I already have copied the code, so I have pasted it. Okay, let me save the program. Program is saved, and let us execute it. You can see when I execute the program, it is displaying a top level window which we have created in the program. If you look at our program, we have included code only to create a top level window. So this is top level window is created here. Then it enters the main loop that displays a GUI, and there is no code added to include the other widgets which will go here. So this is a simple way by which we can create a GUI in Python. Okay. Next, creating widgets. Now we have created the GUI, that is a top level window. How we can create widgets means different controls like a button or a label or the other components. Now the syntax to create widgets is object is equals to name of the widget, then in round bracket we need to pass certain parameters. The first parameter in this, which is important here and which is compulsory, that is the top level window object. We need to create a top level window first, and that top level window object needs to be passed here. Apart from that, there are other options or other parameters which needs to be passed in pair. These are passed in pair, that is name value pair. So name value comma name value, like this any number of parameters can be passed to the widget. One example is given here. Look at this example. To create a button, we may use it something like this. B is equals to button top. This is the reference of top level window, and the parameter, only one parameter we have passed. The name of the parameter is text, and the text which is included here, the value is hello. That means this value is displayed on the button. Whenever you specify the text parameter, the value which is included in the text parameter, it is displayed on the button. Okay, so this is how you can create a widget. Okay, let me show you how a widget can be created. The same program we will use here. I'll create a widget. B is equals to, then I need to create a button, so I'll say button, and then we need to pass, first argument is important and this is compulsory, that is the object of top level window. Here the object name you can see it is top, that is the reason I have included here top. If it is something else, say the name is T, then we need to include here T. Okay, then other parameters, all the other parameters are optional. If you need, you can include it. So I need some text on the button, so text is equals to say hello. Okay, that's it. Okay, when you include this line simply creates a button, but that button will not be added on the top level window. To add the button on the top level window, we need to perform one more step. Before that, one more thing is missing here. Now I have declared button, but button class is not present in my program. It is from tkinter, remember. So I need to add a tkinter here before this. So tkinter dot button, so dot button, so button is created. Then we need to add the button on the container by using a method, that is b dot pack. Okay, for now only we will discuss this. B dot pack can be used to add the component or widget on the main container top level window. There are other methods which can also be used to add the widgets on the main container, that we will discuss later. So let me save it, and if I execute it, okay, it is giving an error at line number 3, and the error is attribute error, module object has no attribute button. So it is saying module attribute has no object button, because it has to be, B has to be capital. Okay, I'll make this be capital. And one more thing, if you look at, we have changed our reference variable to the top window, and here we have used top, so I'll just make it T. Okay, let me execute it now, and you can see our output. We have the top level window and one button is displayed in that window. So this is how we can add the widget to the top level window. So, and we can create widgets by using this syntax. Now let us look at different widgets which are used in Python. So some important widgets are shown here. You are already familiar with widgets because we have used widgets in Java programming language as well. So similar, at least the purpose of using the widgets here, it is same. The syntax of creating the widgets may change, but the purpose of using these widgets are almost same. In first case, we have a widget that is label. Again, label can be used to display text or image on the screen, same like Java. Button, again it is used to add buttons to your application so that user can interact with the GUI. Then there is a widget called as canvas, which can be used to display or draw pictures or different objects, like you can draw circle, rectangle or other objects by using canvas. Then we have a combo box which contains a down arrow to select from the list of available options. So combo box, which we have studied in Java as well. Then check button, that is checkbox. We have radio button. Entry, it is used to input single line of text entry from user. Again, entry, you can say it is similar to text filled in Java Swing. Java Swing, we use text field to enter single line of text. In Python, we have the class called as entry class. Then frame, it is used as a container to hold and organize the byte gates. You can create a frame as well, which can include other components. Then we have a class that is message class, which is used to display a message. Scale, which creates or provides a graphical slider which allows you to select any value from that scale. So you can create a scale control to select the values, or you can increase or decrease the values by using scale control. Scroll bars, used to scroll up and down or left or right by using scroll bars. Spin box, it is used it allows user to select from a list of given options. So that is spin box. Then text, which we have seen in the last example itself, allows user to edit multi-line text and format the way it has to be displayed. So we can use this text widget to display multi-line text. In case of single line text, we use something called as entry, which is used to display single line text or add single line text. If you want to add multi-line text, you can go for text widget. Then we also have a widget called as menu widget, which is used to create menus. Okay, so these are some important widget classes which can be used to create graphical components in Python. Next is important widget parameters. Like in the last case, we have seen how to create widgets. While creating the widgets, as you can see here, the syntax, while creating the widgets, we pass different options along with its value. So now we will study some of the important options which you can pass, or some of the important parameters, we can say, which can be passed to the widgets. The parameters here are background color, or you can use BG otherwise, which is used to change the background color of the component. Suppose in the last case we have used a button, and if I want to change the background color of the button, I may go for the parameter that is BG. So while creating a button, I may pass BG is equals to red, and that will change the background color. Okay, let me show you that first. Okay, this is a program. So let us say I want to change the background color of my button. So I may use here while creating the button itself. So we are creating a button here at this line. After this, I may give a comma and I may say BG is equals to, say, red. I want the background color of the button as red. I'll save it, and if I execute it, now you can see the button is displayed here. Are you able to see it? Okay, and look at the background of the button, it is red. So like this, we have many other parameters which we can pass to the widget while creating it. So some important are mentioned here. Second is border. You can have a border around the component by using BD. Then font, the text which is displayed on the widget can be changed, or its style can be changed, or a font can be changed by using font. FG, which is foreground color, you can write complete foreground or even FG, that will change the foreground color of the text. Cursor, if you want to change the mouse cursor, when you take your mouse over the widget, you can use the property cursor. Then width, you can specify the value indicating desired width of the widget. If you want to increase or decrease the width of a widget, this can be used. All these parameters, remember, are optional, are not compulsory. Only one parameter which is compulsory, it is the reference to top level window. Then you have height, which is used to change the height of a component. Then we have one more important parameter called as command. Now when you use a command parameter specifies Python command to be associated with the widget, invoked when the mouse one button is released over the widget. So if you add a command parameter, and to the command parameter you can pass a command. Say if you want to execute a method upon clicking on a button, what you can use is, you can use this command parameter and you can pass a value of a function name, value as a function name. So command is equals to, say, function add. So whenever I click on that widget or left click, when I release my mouse, it will call that function automatically. That is command. Then we have another parameter like image, which is used to display an image on the widget. State of a widget can be set by using state parameter. It can be normal or disabled. When it is disabled, it is not clickable. When it is normal, it will be clickable, or it is in the normal state. Then lastly, text, which is used to display text on the widget. So these are some important widget parameters. There are many other parameters which can be used, but these are the listed parameters, are some important parameters which can be used while creating widgets. Okay, so we will stop here. That's it in today's session. Thank you.